Hey everyone, it's Natalie Kocsis again, and I'm back again with another rant video. This time I will be ranting on South Park Season 15, Episode 1. If you guys like this South Park episode, I am fine with your opinion, but if you bash my opinion, you will be blocked. Anyways, enjoy. Season 15, Episode 1 of South Park is one of the worst South Park episodes in my opinion. In fact, it is my most least favorite South Park episode. If you guys have seen this episode, you know what happens, but if you have not seen this episode, I'm not going to spoil the episode for you guys because it's not worth doing, but if you do by chance decide to watch this episode, just a reminder, you will be in for some scary and crazy stuff. And yeah, like I said, I don't like spoiling episodes or movies for you guys, but like I said, if you've seen the episode, you know what happens, so there's no need to explain. Anyways, let's just say this episode is about my favorite South Park character, Kyle Broflovsky, and he does something, and little does he know that he's going to be in for some trauma and very crazy things that he will probably never forget for the rest of his life. And anyways, this episode is just bad and not good in my opinion. Ever since I first watched this episode back in 2018 or 2019, I've always hated it. I never really liked it. It's just, that episode was just not my cup of tea. It's my least favorite South Park episode and one of the few South Park episodes that I don't like. But we got introduced to a new character in this episode who was Junichi Takayama. He's a pretty good character. He's pretty good. And what else was I going to say? Oh yeah. And even though I dislike this South Park episode with a burning passion, there are a few scenes from the episodes of South Park that I do not like that I thought were pretty funny. Like the scenes where Cartman was at Best Buy and the scene where Cartman was on the Dr. Phil show and the ending scene of this episode where Cartman gets what he deserves. Those scenes were actually pretty funny, in my opinion. And like I said, there are some scenes in some episodes that I do not like, and when it comes to the first episode of South Park Season 15, those Cartman scenes I just talked about, I really loved, but the episode is just not great. I heard that a lot of people actually really like this South Park episode, which is fine with me because we all have our likes and dislikes, and I'm not going to judge people for liking and disliking what I like and hate, because when it comes to the Natalie Kocsis YouTube channel, I don't bash people's opinions if they like something I hate or hate something I like, because that's how I roll. That's how I roll, and that's how I should roll, and I will do that. But anyways, this episode is absolutely dumb. It's horrible. And I was just going to say this episode should never air on television again, but chances are that's not going to happen. I'm just not going to watch it again. But anyways, I don't know who likes this episode, but do you know who hates this episode? Me, Animal Lover Y2K, Andrea Loves South Park 2024, and Maggie Gray. And we all hate this episode because our favorite South Park character, you know who, had to suffer some very terrible things. Anyway, Season 15, Episode 1 of South Park sucks. And so does Season 23, Episode 8, because that episode was disgusting in my opinion. But do you want to know what doesn't suck? The first episode of South Park Season 12, which will forever be way better than Season 15, Episode 1. But again, if you like or hate Season 12, Episode 1 of South Park, I am fine with your opinion. But like I said, if you bash my opinion, you will be blocked. Anyways, end of rant. My next rant, I don't know what it will be, but stay tuned.